Hello and welcome to another video from The Pivot. In these videos we look at useful technology for busy early learning centre managers. Today we'll be looking at Telegram Messenger and how we can use it to easily and quickly contact parents in a crisis. But before we delve into the detail, let's see it in action. Let's assume we've had an earthquake at our centre. With Telegram set up on our phone, all we would have to do is grab the phone, locate the Telegram Messenger app, select our emergency contact channel, type a message, and send. Done. With those simple steps, everyone in our channel will receive our message immediately and it won't have cost us any money either to send it or in monthly subscription fees. It's also worth noting that we could have sent the message from our computer or our tablet or iPad, or we could have arranged for another person to send the message on their phone. I think you'll agree this is a pretty useful tool to have. Okay, so let's see how to get you up and running. In this video, we'll cover what Telegram is, why we should choose it, how we get it, how we set it up, and of course, what our parents need to do to join in. We'll also take a look at some of the limitations we should be aware of. Alright, so what is Telegram? Well, Telegram is a messaging service. It allows us to send messages, and if we want to, we can send pictures or files or videos anywhere in the world, and we can do it for free. And since the software is free, it means we can install Telegram and use it all for nothing. Telegram can be loaded on a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer, and this is something that makes it really useful for us. It can be loaded on all three. So in an emergency, we can use whichever device is at hand and working. Now, if you're not familiar with a messaging service, think of it as just texting or SMSing, but using the internet to send the message instead of your cell phone text plan. Telegram is very similar to the more popular WhatsApp, which you may have heard of, but Telegram is newer, faster, and has a couple of extra features that really suit us. And finally, not that it matters too much to us, but Telegram has a culture of highly rating privacy and security. Okay, that's a quick look at the background. Now let's look at why we would want to use Telegram. Well, as we said, Telegram can send messages, and it does it for free, and is going to be free forever, we're told on their website. It will run on just about anything: Apple, Windows, Android, iPhone, iPads, tablets, the lot. It can also be installed on all of our devices at the same time, and because everything is kept in the cloud, all our messages appear on all our devices all the time. As we already mentioned, Telegram is big on security. In fact, it can do secret messages, which are messages that have extra encryption, that cannot be forwarded, and that we can delete from the device of the person we send it to. We can even send self-destruct messages, which delete themselves a set time after they've been opened. We won't go into these here, other than to say all your messages are encrypted as they move across the internet and cannot be read by outside parties. They can, of course, be read by the people we send them to. Now we come to the really useful features. Telegram allows us to set up channels, which we'll explain more about shortly. And it allows us to use administrators for those channels, which in practice means we can have other people or staff authorized to post messages on our behalf using their own phones if we happen to be away when an emergency strikes. Telegram also lets us choose a username for our account, so people can find us without needing to know our cell phone number. More about that later too. But it's these three features that make Telegram a lot more useful to us than WhatsApp. But for this system to work effectively, our caregivers need to have a smartphone. Now, of course, that's not going to be everyone, but in today's world, it's not a stretch to believe it's going to be a majority and growing larger every day. But if a high proportion of your caregivers don't have smartphones, this system may not be for you. Alternatively, you could use this system to contact your smartphone users, leaving you with a smaller number of contacts to make using some alternative system. Now let's get back and look at channels, administrators, and usernames, and let's see what they can do for us. We'll start with channels. Channels are a way of broadcasting messages. That is, sending the same message to many people at once. We create the channel and any message we send to it will be sent to everyone in the channel at the same time. There is no limit to the number of people we can have in a channel, and our messages go out as sent from the channel, not from us or our phone number. We can get our caregivers to join just by giving them the name of our channel, if it's a public channel, but if we choose to make our channel private, we'll need to give all members a special link to use to join. Now it's up to you which way you choose, but I would recommend leaving your channel public. We can see who is in our channel and therefore who is not, and as we said before, we can have other people as administrators. An important note here, nobody can reply to a broadcast channel message. That means they can't click reply and send us a message back, which is good because if they could, their replies would be going to everyone in our channel and they could all read it. But people can send us a one-to-one message, as we'll see shortly. Right, let's go and have a look at administrators. By appointing administrators, who must have Telegram loaded on their phones, we can elect other people to send messages out on our channel if we're not there. As the channel creator, we have all the control. We can broadcast and delete any messages, which will delete them for everyone in the channel. We can add members, remove members, including administrators. We can change the channel's name, image, and link, and we can even delete the channel. Our administrators have more limited options. They can post messages, but can only remove their own messages, and they can remove members too. So to recap, by installing Telegram on our phone, laptop, or computer, setting up a channel, and appointing administrators among our staff, either we or our staff can send messages to everyone in that channel from the nearest computer, tablet, or smartphone. Now, a couple of quick points about usernames before going on to see how to get hold of Telegram and how to install it. Think of usernames as a unique identifier at Telegram. We can set up a username for our center account and a separate one for our channel. Now, Telegram calls the channel username a link, but it works exactly the same way. We don't have to have these, but by giving a username to our parents, they'll be able to use it to add us to their Telegram contacts and so be able to send us a message without ever having to know our phone number. They can also use our channel username or link to find our channel and join it. Now, usernames are distributed on a first-come, first-served basis, so we just keep trying until we get one that works. All this will make much more sense when we look at sending messages. Okay, let's get Telegram installed. It's probably easier to install Telegram on your phone first, as your Telegram account is based on your cell phone number, and they will send you a text as part of the setup. I'll demonstrate using a tablet because of its larger screen size, but the process is similar for an iPad or iPhone and very similar for Android or Windows phones. Most of you will be familiar with this. It's just the normal process of downloading an app from the relevant app store. We select the store and then we search for Telegram Messenger. In this case, we select it and choose Install. We're advised that Telegram needs access to various features. We choose Accept and Open. We can slide here to see a little more about Telegram or click Start Messaging and proceed. Here we enter our full phone number including country code. Telegram texts a code to our phone to confirm we have just entered the right number. Enter that code, and at this stage in a new installation you'll be asked to enter your name too. Once that's done, you have Telegram installed. Our next step is to become familiar with the app and to see how we customize it, how we send a simple message, how we create a channel, how we add an administrator, and how we broadcast our messages. There are one or two things we may wish to change before we start using Telegram, and we do that here in Settings. We can edit our name by selecting this and edit name, then just clicking on the field. We can set a photo here, and below our phone number is where we set our username. As we said, we want to set one of these up to make life simpler for our parents. We just type in the username we want and Telegram will tell us if it's available. It must be at least 5 characters long, and we may wish to choose a username that makes it clear to parents that it is for replying to our messages. Now to send a message, we simply click here, select who we wish to send it to, ourselves in this case, and type. We click here to send. Creating a new channel is simple. We click here, New Channel, and choose a name that works for us. Set the channel as public. Remember, private means we'd have to invite everyone individually by sending them a link. And put an extension on this link. This is what our parents will use to find and join our channel. And just like our username, it has to be unique at Telegram. Again, just keep trying until you get one. Here we can choose members to add to our channel. If there are no names appearing here initially, we can search for contacts using the search bar. We can look for their name or username. Select their name, click on the tick, and our channel is set up. Remember, we are able to add members to our channel, but we don't have to. Parents are able to join themselves because it's a public channel just by searching for our channel username, which we will give them. We'll see this in action shortly. To add an administrator, make sure your channel is selected in the left-hand pane and then click up here. Before we can add an administrator, they must already be a member of our channel. So we do need to have our administrators set up their Telegram accounts first. We go in here to add them as a member. This list is very useful. At any time, we can see a listing of all the members in our channel. In our example, we already have Coral as a member, so we can add her as an administrator. We choose Administrators, and then Add Administrator, and select her from our list. Now Coral has the ability to send and delete her own messages to the channel and to remove other members. To broadcast a message to our channel, simply select it and type. The message will go to everyone in our channel and appear here. We can send photos too using the attachments link. To delete a message or photo, select it and delete it. To delete a member or an administrator, you may have to experiment a bit as each device is a little different, but in our case we click here, choose members, tap and hold the member and remove them. Notice that removing the administrator as a member also removed them as an administrator. Remember too that your Telegram is not limited to emergency messages. You can send one-to-one messages to any of your staff who have Telegram accounts. And you can even create a group for all your staff to chat between themselves. The main difference between a group and a channel is that in the group, everyone can reply to the messages and everyone in the group sees all the messages. Now let's see how we get our parents and caregivers to participate. The first thing we need to do is get parents to load Telegram onto their smartphones. The technique for loading an app, which we saw at the beginning of this video, is going to be familiar to most people. For anyone not sure, it's not hard to find someone who knows how, or do a search on YouTube for how to install Telegram on a smartphone. Once the app is installed, we want our parents and caregivers to join our channel and be able to use our centre username so they can send us a message. Remember, they cannot reply to a channel message. To reply, they will need our username. So we'll start by seeing how they join our channel. You recall that the example channel we set up in this video had the link Annie's Alerts. To join that channel, all the parent would need to do is search for the channel link and join. Now that channel will remain in their list and they will automatically receive any future messages. Notice too that the past messages are still there. To be able to send a message back to the centre, the parent needs to add us as a contact, and to do that they need to search for our centre username. Note the difference from the channel link used above. In our example, the username was Annie's Replies. Just select our contact and it is added to their list. To send us a message, the parent simply needs to select our contact and type. That's all there is to getting set up. Now this parent will receive all the messages on our alert service and be able to reply direct to our centre in private without anyone else on the channel seeing what they send. And that reply message will appear on all the devices connected to our Telegram account. In other words, all the devices using our cell phone number as the Telegram ID. Before we finish, let's get clear on a couple of limitations. Firstly, as we said earlier in this video, parents do need to have a smartphone to participate. Secondly, you cannot tell if your message is opened. You know who is on your list and you can send out a message to everyone on it, but you don't have any way of knowing who opens the message in a channel. You can actually see that your one-to-one messages have been received and opened. Thirdly, and obviously, the internet and or cell phone network may be down in a big emergency, so this isn't an infallible system that will work 100% of the time, but then of course nothing is. So let's recap. You can use Telegram to broadcast a message to all the people in your channel from a smartphone, tablet or computer. You can set up administrators to send messages from their own phones if you're not around. Your parents are likely to be WhatsApp users, so the way Telegram works will be familiar. It's probably an advantage too that Telegram is a bit different. A message on it is likely to get attention simply because it's unusual. You can see who is in your channel so you can reconcile against your family lists. And parents don't need your phone number to contact you as long as they have your username. Finally, it's all free. And one last word. Of course, Telegram is constantly evolving and adding features, so it's likely that what we cover in this video will change as time goes on, although the fundamental features probably won't change that much. We hope you can use this video to put Telegram to work as your emergency contact system. Thanks for watching.